Have you ever wanted to send your Sims to magic school in The Sims 4? I have a way to do that without mods in a way that you can customize what kind of magic your Sim studies, give them elective classes while learning more about the magical world and making spellcaster friends. Since the game doesn't actually have magic schools, this does require some creativity. But in this video, I'm going to show you how I do it. So we're in the game now, and I'm going to show you the Sims that we're playing with today. This is Joseph. He's childish and an art lover. He grew up in a spellcaster family in Glimmerbrook with his little sister and their parents. And this is Rowan, Joseph's little sister. She loves the outdoors, but she's a bit self-absorbed. She's the youngest of the family, and like Joseph, she grew up all around spellcasters. This is Emmanuel, the father of the family. This is their mother, Kira. I don't know what happened to her with that scar. I generated her in CAS and she came with that, and I thought it looked cool. So here we are. She and the father are not really going to be in the gameplay. I just wanted to show you them. The way I recommend doing this is by playing with teens and having them drop out of high school so that they can go to magic school. But I'm pretty sure your Sims can only drop out if they have the Sims 4 high school years. And then after aging up to a young adult, then they can get their high school diploma online. I did that once in my gameplay and it was super easy. So I definitely recommend doing it this way, but if you don't have high school years, then your Sims will just have to do this as young adults. So it will be like a magic university. If you do play with mods and you don't want your Sims to drop out of high school to do this, then you could get some kind of homeschool mod and then your Sim would just take online classes while going to magic school. But when I tried to do that, I felt like it was taking time out of my magic school studies and my Sims were just super tired and miserable trying to keep up with everything. So I'm going to be doing the high school dropout method, and my Sims will just get their high school degree once they age up. So right now I'm just getting my Sims ready. They're dropping out of high school and they're going to move into an empty lot. And I want this lot to be empty so that the bills are really cheap. And they do need a lot to live in because they can't actually live at the magic headquarters in Glimmerbrook. And I'm going to give them money for their personal expenses and their bills each week. I'm just going to pretend that the bills they get are their tuition or dorm fee. Once they're all moved into the empty lot, then I'm going to just send them over to the magic realm and we're going to start the school day. But first, I'm just going to give you a basic overview of what their study schedule is like. And then once we're actually in gameplay, I'll show you their full daily schedule in detail. All of my Sims study practical magic, and then they have one specialty that I like to choose based on their personalities. So the specialties are either mischief magic, untamed magic, or potions. My Sims have a set schedule for each school day, and I'll show you that very soon. It includes studying magical tomes, practicing magic, learning from the sages, and also studying electives based on their personal interests and hobbies. Okay, we are at the magical headquarters, and this place has almost everything that your Sims need to actually live here, except for beds. I'm not going to play in this building because it's just so big and massive. Your Sims will take forever to walk across it. But if you don't want to download anything from the gallery, you could just place beds. And the way to do that, since normally you can't edit this lot, is to open the cheats bar thing and then type bb.enable free build. And then you can edit the lot. So you could place down beds this way, or you could just place a lot from the gallery, which is what I'm going to do. I actually built a Magic Realm HQ, so I'm going to place this down. But you can download anything you want as long as it just has whatever your Sim needs to live. So beds, a bathroom, a kitchen. So I'll give you a little tour. Here is the entrance. It has some cute little magical lights leading the way. And then on the first floor, we have an area with bookshelves and desks. And then we have the kitchen and a little cauldron for potion brewing. We have a gigantic dining room. We have a living room with a piano and a chess set. And then another little study area over here. There's a little garden out here with some skill building things. I have a bonsai tree and a flower arranging table. I also have the wishing well from Romantic Garden. And when you come upstairs, we have the bathroom over here, which has like the dorm kind of showers. And then we have a big bedroom over here. When I played this in my own gameplay, I had 5 Sims going to the magic school, so it was fun to have them all share the room and everything. And then we have another cauldron over here with more bookcases and somewhere to sit and study. And then there's also a greenhouse if your Sims want to grow any plants to use in their potions. But before we actually start the school day, I'm gonna change them into their school uniforms. I gave them these like school colors of black and gold. So this is day 1, and I'm going to show you their school schedule and how I structure each day. We're starting at 8 a.m. So I rotate my Sims school schedules. There are 2 days. Monday, we're doing day 1, Tuesday is day 2, and then Wednesday, day 1 again. So it's 2 class schedules, and we're just switching back and forth between them. So my Sims are going to Castor Alley as their first task of the day. This is where they can get tomes to study magic. They can also get their wands and broomsticks. They could get any new potion ingredients or socialize with any Sims out here. Joseph has gone up to the first store in Castor Alley, and I'm going to choose a wand for him. So I think he's going to get a bone wand. I haven't fully decided on his specialty yet, but I did decide his sister's specialty, and hers is going to be potions. So I'm going to have her get this tome, but for him, there's not really any tome here that really sticks out to me for the apprentice level, which is the lowest level, and that's what they're at right now. So I'm not going to get him any tomes, but he is getting the Bone Wand and the Butterfly Familiar. And there are some other teen spellcasters. I just grabbed a lot of teen spellcasters from the gallery so that my Sims can meet them. And now Rowan is going to buy a Bone Wand also. And I'm going to get her the Tome of Plentiful Needs. And then for her familiar, I think maybe the Raven will be good for her. I'm going to hold off on getting any crystals or anything like that because I don't know if I'll need them. But that's why I do go back to Castor's Alley every other day in the schedule, just so they can stock up on anything they need. And I know they can search for tomes at the Magic HQ using the bookshelves, but I feel like they rarely ever find anything. So that's why I think it's useful to come back here every other day and just purchase any tomes that are good for their level. I think of it as them buying textbooks for class. Now for the second step of day 1, I'm going to have them read any tomes that they have. But right now, Rowan has a tome and Joseph does not. So he's going to search for magical tomes. So my Sim Rowan here is studying her Tome of Plentiful Needs, which is a good potion for a beginner level spellcaster to learn. And Joseph here is searching for tomes. Oh, he didn't find a tome, but he did find a familiar orb. Familiar orb of the dragon. That's cool. Good job, Joseph. Okay, and Rowan has just finished reading her tome, and she has learned a new potions recipe, the Potion of Plentiful Needs. So it is 12:40 p.m. and now they've finished the first 2 steps of day 1. For step 3, I'm going to have them practice practical magic. I'm having all of my spellcasters who go to this school practice practical magic as part of their basic magical training. Just makes them into more of a well-rounded spellcaster. And I imagine if they were actually going to magic school, they would have basic magic lessons like this. And Joseph here has just learned a spell. He learned Repario. So he can fix a broken object or make crafted objects higher quality. Oh, here we go. Okay, Rowan has discovered a new spell, Scroobaroo. I like to have them continue with this step of practical magic until they learn a new spell. So once they learn a new spell, they can stop, and now it's time to move on to step 4. Now for the last part of day 1, they're going to practice their specialty in magic. But since it's their first day of school, I'm having them meet the sages of their specialty. Rowan's specialty is potions. There is no potions sage. So for my Sims who have a potions specialty, I'm having them talk to the sage of practical magic. And this is meant to be their mentor throughout their time at magic school. For Joseph, he has the childish trait, and I did give them some likes and dislikes in CAS, and he likes mischief and joking around and deception. So I'm having him talk to the sage of mischief magic. And you can definitely learn magic from the sages, but that's going to be on day 2. For day 1, we're just going to practice our specialties of magic, but because it's their first day of school, they also just had to meet the sages and start up a small friendship with them. But on regular day 1 schedules, they'll just get straight to practicing their specialty of magic. Joseph is practicing mischief magic in the garden out here, and Rowan is practicing potion brewing over here. So once they're done with this part of day one, then their day one classes are over and they can socialize, eat dinner, build up their fun, just do whatever they want. And like I said earlier, when they were doing practical magic, I just have them continue practicing their specialty until they learn a new spell. And it looks like Joseph did. He has learned Deliriate. Reach into a Sim's head and scramble their thoughts. Wow, that is indeed very mischievous. I do like to let the Sims go until they learn something more, but in my experience, it takes much longer for them to learn potions from experimenting than it takes for them to learn the spells by just practicing magic. So I might have her stop also because she's been practicing for the same amount of time that Rowan has. So that should be good for her. And he actually went up to Neophyte. Oh, she did too. I didn't even notice that. And what is this? Is somebody flirting with her? Yes, someone is. Hello, Jasmine. But now they're finishing up day one and it's 5 p.m. So they went from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Now they're just going to do whatever they want for the rest of the evening. Rowan likes cooking, so I'm having her make some food. It makes sense that she likes cooking since she's into potions. Oh, I forgot to have them use their familiars while they were practicing magic. So that actually helps boost their skills while they're doing it. So we'll definitely do that tomorrow. My Sims are busy socializing with other teen spellcasters now. It's already an awkward encounter. I don't know why. And Joseph really likes studying apparently because he's socializing with all of the sages, or sorry, just 2 of them. I'm having Rowan talk to the Sim who was flirting with her earlier. And then I looked at Jasmine's profile and she has a crush on Rowan. Interesting. I wonder if my Sim will get a crush on Jasmine too. And Joseph is also socializing with another teen spellcaster Sim. Now my Sims are just getting ready for bed and then I'll have them go to sleep and we'll start day 2. But I'll just have them socialize with each other. Oh my goodness. Okay. But I'll just have them socialize with each other a bit before they go to bed, since they're probably really excited to finally be at magic school together. The only kind of con about living at the magic headquarters is that you can't just super speed through the night, you can just do regular triple speed. But overall, I really love having my spellcaster Sims live here and just hyper focus on their magic training. So I woke them up at 6 a.m. They're eating breakfast, then I'm gonna have them like brush their teeth and wash their faces, and then we'll start day 2. And the cool part about living at the magic headquarters is that when they finish eating, they don't actually go to wash the dishes. The plate just disappears into the community lot black hole, you know? So that's nice. So I did wake them up at 6 and now it's 8 a.m. and they just finished getting ready. So for day 2 of magic school, what they're going to do is socialize with the sages who are their mentor in their specialty. And they're going to try to learn magic from the sages. So this is like personalized study time with their mentor, and they can ask the sage to teach them their specialty, but you usually have to be a higher friendship with the sage to learn something from them. So since this is their first couple of days at the magic school, they don't really have that friendship built up yet. So we're going to spend some time socializing with the sages to build up that relationship. So I'm going to have her ask for magical training. So they won't be able to unlock the ask to teach mischief magic thing, for example, until they have a higher friendship. So I'm just doing ask for magical training. I'm not really sure what that trains, to be honest. I don't know if that gives them the sage's magic training, like mischief magic specifically, or if it just gives them something random. So we did magical training with the sages, and now we're just going to try to get up their friendship a little bit more so that they can actually ask them to teach them their specialties like potions and mischief magic. Before I forget again, I'm going to call their familiars. To do that, first they have to bind a familiar to them. So I'm going to bind this familiar. Sure, your name is Monsta. Okay. Edgar. Awesome name for a raven. And now for day 2, step 2, we're going to have a magic duel. And let's do duel for knowledge, probably. We have our little guy helping us here, our little familiar. Yeah, do some magic. Go! Ooh, nice shot. How's Rowan doing? Simeon is right in the middle of their duel. I hope I don't miss any of their like final attacks. Oh no! Oh no! Oh Okay, Joseph definitely lost his duel. Oh no, and it looks like Rowan just lost hers also. But, you know, it was their first ever duel, so it makes sense. But it's almost 1 p.m., and that's the first 2 steps of day 2 completed. And so far, we're on the same pace as we were with yesterday's schedule, so that's really good. Now, for day 2, step 3, we're going to read non-tome books. So we're going to read things that teach our Sims about spellcaster culture and history. Joseph, he's going to do 1001 tricks you could teach your familiar. And Rowan will read, scroll to the bottom, maybe Wands of Desire. Okay, so she's going to be reading literature by a spellcaster. And this is to give them sort of a cultural and history aspect to their magic study. Even if it doesn't give them actual experience points, it just kind of immerses them in the magical world. Because if they were actually going to a spellcaster school, they would be learning things like culture and history and literature. This is really pretty with this outside of the window. Oh, that's so pretty. I'm just gonna stay here while she's reading. Okay, they just finished their books, so now it's time to go on to the last step, the last sort of magic class that they'll be doing, and that is their electives. So this is going to be based on their personal interests and hobbies, and it might not really be magic specific, and this is just a suggestion. You don't have to follow my magic school schedule. This is just how I do it to keep them up with their interests, because if your Sims were going to regular high school, they would also still be working on their interests in the evening after class, and they would be learning lots of different subjects at school. So I feel like it makes sense for them to have an elective at school. I did give them likes and dislikes, so let's see. I could get her a guitar. She could be into gemology. But since she likes the outdoors, I feel like gemology would be a pretty good thing for her to do. So I'm just gonna edit the lot and place down a gemology table for her. And for Joseph, I decided his would be flower arranging because he loves art, but I didn't feel like doing painting or music because I do those with my Sims all the time. So I'm gonna have him do flower arranging. I feel like their skills work well together because she loves the outdoors, she's out collecting all the time, so she might find some flowers for him to give him to use in his flower arrangements. And since he loves art and he knows his sister loves the outdoors, maybe he would give her some of these as presents. Okay, he just finished up and it's 5 p.m. So he's done for today. Rowan finished her elective also, and it was around 5:30 when she finished. So that's fine. It's not that much different than yesterday's schedule. It's almost exactly the same. I'm just having them socialize a bit more, and they're gonna eat dinner and get ready for bed. And he finds this Sim Allegra very attractive. Maybe he'll have a little crush on this spellcaster. She's so cute with her little witch hat. And Rowan is talking to this Sim, and they have amazing compatibility, and she finds her very attractive. Oh no, she's sad. Cheer her up. So I've shown you the day 1 and day 2 schedules, and I just rotate between the 2 of those each day. But for my Sims to graduate, I say that they have to have this level 4 of the magic skill for them to be able to graduate. If you liked the video, please remember to like and subscribe, and in the comments, let me know what you think, and also let me know if you would like me to do this for other occults. I really want to make videos for like a vampire school or werewolf training and things like that. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you loved watching the video as much as I loved making it. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!